Hello, a very good morning to you. Myself, Kirtan Sanghvi, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, LJ Institute of Pharmacy. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic, that is resolution of racemic mixture. We all know very well, if I talk about stereoisomers, there are mainly three types of isomers: optical isomers, geometrical isomers, and conformational isomers. When I talk about optical isomers, definitely dextro-levo, fractus sinister comes into the picture. But if I talk about another way of classification of stereoisomers, that is enantiomer and diastereomer. Enantiomer means what? Two stereoisomers which are mirror images of each other, but they are not superimposable. And if I talk about diastereomer, two stereoisomers which are not mirror images of each other. Fine. So let us see what is racemic mixture, what is resolution, and which are the different techniques to separate it. We will also see today what is the importance of resolution. Why should we separate? Why should we resolve a single enantiomer from the mixture? Let us see. Racemic mixture, it means what? Equimolar, that is 50-50 percentage of mixture of two enantiomers. As I discussed that enantiomers are mirror images isomer, they are not superimposable. They have same physical property except optical activity. They have same chemical property except their behavior towards any optically active reagent. So when we talk about a mixture of enantiomer, it may be possible that one of the enantiomer is more active as compared to another enantiomer. So racemic mixture, it means what? Mixture of 50-50 percentage of enantiomers. And we have to separate a single enantiomer from the racemic mixture. Racemic modification, racemic mixture, racemate, the meaning is exactly same. So what is resolution? It is a process of separation of pure single enantiomer from the racemic modification, or you can say from their racemic mixture. That is called as a resolution. And if I talk about resolution of racemic mixture, it is again a process by which we can separate, we can resolve a single enantiomer from the racemic mixture. Fine. Now, what is a need? Why should we go for resolution of racemic mixture? So there are certain medicines in which they have stereoisomers because of presence of chiral center. So what will happen? It may be possible that one of the stereoisomer is found to be more pharmacological active as compared to another. That is the one way. Second way is what? It may be possible that both the stereoisomers, both the enantiomers are having different pharmacological activity. That is the one more approach. Number three, it may be possible that one of the stereoisomer is having lesser side effect as compared to another. So if enantiomeric mixture is given to the patient, what will happen? Side effect will be more in that patient. So better we have to resolve one enantiomer from that mixture, and definitely now we can give that particular enantiomer to the patient. Fine. So classical example is cetirizine. Levocetirizine we all know very well. It is anti-allergic agent, antihistaminic. Fine. So levocetirizine has been found to be less sedating than cetirizine. Sedation is produced in lesser amount as compared to the actual dextroisomer. Fine. So what I mean to say, there are again certain drugs. For an example, if you talk about antibiotic categories, there again ofloxacin and levofloxacin. Why the LiVo is given? Because LiVo isomer of ofloxacin is found to be more potent. So we must have to separate single enantiomer from that racemic mixture after the synthesis. Fine. There are various methods. Here I have introduced few methods. Number 1, spontaneous resolution. Number 2, biochemical separation. Number 3, diastereomers. It means enantiomers are converted into diastereomer. Number 4, precipitation. Number 5, various chromatographic techniques. And number 6, kinetic resolution, kinetic method. Fine. Let us see one by one in very brief. Spontaneous resolution. What is that technique? This is a technique actually first discovered by Pasteur. He discovered resolution of sodium ammonium titrate, which crystallized out in form of a racemic mixture below 27 degree. So this involved actually mechanical separation of the crystals of single enantiomer from the racemic mixture based on their difference in their shape. Two enantiomers are having different shape, and based on that we just process what we can call is mechanical separation. By that it is possible. But remember one thing, this method is actually not used nowadays because the reason is very clear. It is time consuming and every compound cannot be crystallized at room temperature. Fine. Second technique, if I talk about biochemical separation, it is again introduced by Pasteur in 1858. This method is based on fact that when certain microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, yeast, mold, they are grown in dilute solution of racemic mixture, they eat up one enantiomer, not both the enantiomers, they eat up only one enantiomer. So what will happen? Look at that, the example, the mold of Penicillium glaucum preferentially destroy only dextroisomer of racemic ammonium tartrate, leaving LiVo ammonium tartrate in the solution. And that is how, if we want only LiVo, we can easily separate it out. This is again the method introduced by Pasteur. Next is chromatographic separation. As we all know very well that chromatography, it is a process of separation. Two phases are involved, stationary phase and mobile phase. Here the stationary phase which I talk about is silica, and we all know very well silica is optically active. And remember one thing, enantiomer have same chemical property except their behavior towards any optically active reagent. So what will happen? If you have a mixture of enantiomer, fine, take a sample. And if you talk about any method of chromatography, for an example column chromatography, what will happen? There will be a separate band of enantiomer will be there in the column based on how they are adsorbed from the surface of the silica gel. Fine. So one enantiomer will be held more tightly rather than other, so it will be eluted first. It can be come out first. Fine. So by that way we can also use. Classical example is again a silica gel. Silica gel is optically active support, stationary phase rather I would say. Next is kinetic methods. This method is based on fact that one enantiomer react faster than another with optically active compound. As again the base is clear, we have to react enantiomeric mixture with optically active support or optically active reagent. But kinetic, it means what? Something which is deal with the rate of reaction. Example is menthol react faster with dextromandelic acid rather than with levomandelic acid. So difference in rate of reaction, by that way we can also resolve single enantiomer from the racemic mixture. Next is precipitation. Again a simple base. This method is based on formation of precipitates. The word itself suggests by reaction between any reagent and racemic mixture. Any reagent means, again I say, reagent must be what you can say here, it ideally it should be optically active, but generally if I talk about precipitation, you have to choose solvents. Look at that example, narcotin, dextro and levonarcotin, when dissolved in HCl precipitates only one particular kind of narcotin, that is what I can say, dextronarcotin. Fine. So these are the methods. Next is very important and fundamental methods, I must say, by diastereomers. It means enantiomer is converted into diastereomer, so that we all know very well diastereoisomers have different physical property, and hence it can be easily separated using two different techniques. That is one of the technique here I have mentioned, that is fractional crystallization. One more is there, that is a fractional distillation. So what I mean to say, when I talk about resolution of racemic mixture, there are different techniques. Based on your requirement, you can select any. But as far as pharmaceutical field is concerned, as far as medicines are concerned, definitely it may be possible that one of the enantiomer is more reactive as compared to another. In every aspect, I say, you have to also compare the side effect, and hence these techniques, these organic chemistry techniques, can be used to resolve the enantiomer from the racemic mixture as far as certain medicines are concerned. Fine. Okay. Thank you.